The Chinese have announced that they're going to go to the moon. In fact, they will probably beat the United States.
Imagine, what if everything you have been taught about the moon turns out to be a lie? What if the moon is not just a lifeless rock, but an old, mysterious machine that someone has built for our Earth? Today, we will take you towards a mystery that has surprised even the world's greatest scientists. The revelations of famous physicist Michio Kaku have shaken the entire scientific community. He says, there is something hidden inside the moon that was beyond our understanding till date. New discoveries have shown that there are deep, cave-like empty spaces inside the moon, whose structure looks very well planned and like a structure built by an engineer. Also, the traces of mysterious energy and heat emanating from there are indicating that it is still active in some way. And the question arises, is the moon really natural? Or did someone deliberately prepare it for the Earth? What information did Michio Kaku leak about the moon, which is being discussed everywhere? So stay with us till the end of this video, because the secret that we are going to tell you today can change the entire direction of your thinking. And yes, before moving ahead in the video, do subscribe to the channel so that such mysterious revelations reach you first. Before knowing what shocking revelation Michio Kaku made about the moon, let us tell you a little about what has been believed about the moon till now. Actually, since childhood, we have been reading and hearing that the moon is a natural satellite of our Earth, which was formed from the Earth itself billions of years ago. The most famous theory of scientists is the giant impact theory, according to which about 4.5 billion years ago, our Earth had not cooled down completely, and many small and big bodies were floating around it in space. One of these Mars-sized bodies, which scientists named Theia, collided with the Earth with a great force. This collision was so fierce that a large part of the Earth flew and scattered in space. Those scattered stones and debris combined to form a big sphere in just a few million years, which is today's moon. This is the reason why the composition of the stones and soil on the surface of the moon is very similar to that of the Earth. Apart from this theory, many other things have been said. Some people believed that the moon and the Earth must have been formed together. When a cloud of gas and dust gathered around the sun, both the Earth and the moon were formed from it. Some scientists also said that the moon was formed somewhere else, and the gravity of the Earth pulled it and bound it with itself. But both these things raised so many big questions that scientists gradually abandoned them and considered the collision theory to be correct. Till now, it was believed that the moon is a lifeless, cold rock. But when Neil Armstrong and his team landed on the moon in 1969, they brought samples of rock and soil. On examination of those samples, it was found that the moon has minerals like the Earth, but there is no atmosphere, no water, and no sign of life there. Since then, our thinking about the moon has remained that it is just a beautiful natural satellite, which keeps revolving around the Earth, controls the tides of the Earth, and keeps shining in the darkness of the night. After the Apollo mission of America and later the mission of the Soviet Union, no special efforts were made by humans to set foot on the moon again. No human mission has gone to the moon since 1972. Scientists considered the moon to be just a subject of geography and astronomy. But in the last few years, powers like China and America started looking towards the moon again. The reason was the discovery of new mysteries there, such as signs of water on the moon, minerals hidden there, and better monitoring of space from there. So far, science believes that the layers of the moon are cold and dead. There is no movement inside it. The small pits on its surface, that is craters, are formed only by the impact of meteorites. But the things that Michio Kaku has put forward recently shake all these beliefs. According to the data and research he shared, the internal structure of the moon looks as if someone has designed it. Is the moon really just a stone? Or is it some ancient mysterious machine? Mysterious Disclosure by Michio Kaku. The scientific community of the whole world was shocked to know the mysterious disclosure of Michio Kaku. Michio Kaku, whom the world knows as a great thinker and futurist physicist, recently told such things about the moon in a big space science conference, which were completely different from the scientific theories till now. In fact, Till now, the moon was considered to be just a lifeless, stone-like natural satellite. But the data and pictures that Michio Kaku presented to the world forced everyone to think whether the moon was really kept for some mysterious purpose. Kaku started his presentation by saying that with the help of new technology, we have scanned the moon more deeply than ever before. He told that in this research done in collaboration with the space agencies of Europe and Asia, for the first time, a look was done below the surface of the moon. For this, modern techniques like gravitational mapping, radar scanning, and thermal imaging were used, and when all these data were combined and analyzed, the picture that emerged was surprising. Michio Kaku revealed that there are very large empty spaces inside the moon, that is, cave-like places. These places are not like any normal natural caves. He showed some high-resolution images on slides in which it was clearly visible that there are structures like domes, several kilometers long and high and low inside the moon. Till now, it was believed that if there is any empty space inside the moon, then it would be just old tunnels made by the flow of lava. But the structure of these caves tells a different story. According to Kaku, the shape and structure of these caves is so perfect and balanced that looking at them, it seems as if someone has made them after planning. According to him, the width and height of these places are so equal, and their pattern is so geometrical that it is almost impossible for them to be made naturally. He even said that abnormal rise in temperature has been observed in many places inside these caves, even though there is no volcanic activity there. This indicates a kind of mysterious energy, which is still beyond the understanding of scientists. Some very hard and shiny metal-like layers were found on the walls around these empty spaces. Michio Kaku says that the reflective property of these layers and their pattern is such that it seems as if an old engineer has designed them with a big purpose. The heat and energy emanating from these places also remains constant, whereas scientists till now believed that the moon is completely cold and inactive. Kaku also told that the map of these caves is like a grid, as if someone has created a network inside the moon. And this network is so perfect that the distance and measurement of every place was found to be very similar. He said that if this was just a game of nature, then there would not have been such similarity. This revelation has started a new debate among scientists. Is the moon really a natural body, or is it a mysterious device built by a highly advanced civilization? And if yes, what was its real purpose? Was it built to keep the Earth stable, or is it hiding some old message? Michio Kaku concluded his presentation by saying that we should not ignore these questions. Now the time has come that we should not consider the moon as just a stone ball, but take steps towards discovering the secrets hidden inside it. Whatever is hidden inside the moon can completely change the story of our Earth and our existence. Signs of mysterious energy and heat. The mysterious energy and heat coming from inside the moon has surprised scientists all over the world. Till now, we believed that the moon is completely cold and lifeless. There are neither volcanoes nor any lava, nor any sign that it is active from inside in any way. But the recent research and revelations of Michio Kaku broke this notion. When Michio Kaku presented this data in his presentation, that mysterious heat and energy is continuously coming out from some places inside the moon, then every person present there became silent for a few seconds. In fact, the satellites and rovers sent to the moon had recorded the temperature of different parts of the moon and the heat readings coming out from there. These readings clearly showed that the temperature below some specific areas of the moon was much higher than the surrounding parts. According to scientists, if the moon was completely cold and inactive, then the temperature of every part of it should be the same. But here, some places were found to be so hot that it became difficult to understand them. According to Michio Kaku, the pattern of these hot areas seen is absolutely unique. These hot places are not random, but are spread like a grid, as if someone has deliberately designed them this way. The most surprising thing is that the temperature of these places neither increases due to sunlight, nor any kind of volcanic activity is seen there. That is, their being hot does not match the natural process. Not only heat, but signals of mysterious energy were also found coming out from these places. Scientists also studied the electromagnetic field there and found that light energy waves are continuously coming out from somewhere below the surface of the moon. This energy was also measured in a very regular pattern. It seemed as if there was an old machine there, which is still running at a slow speed. Kaku even said that this heat and energy coming out could be proof that the moon is not completely inactive. There is probably some mechanism there that is still working, even if we don't know what its purpose is. He also told that the energy and heat coming out from inside the moon matches the place where large, empty, cave-like structures were found inside the moon. That is, it seems as if these mysterious things are hidden inside those caves. Now the question arises that if the moon is still active in some way, then why? Is it an old machine which is still doing its work? Is it some mysterious technology created to balance life on Earth? Or is there still some energy source hidden there which has been saved for some big purpose? Now, a debate has started among scientists on this. Some say that this heat and energy may be the heat frozen inside the old volcano, but many experts believe that if this were the case, then that heat would have slowly disappeared, but here it remains continuously. Disturbances in gravity and grid pattern. Michio Kaku told about the moon that the behavior of gravity there is not exactly as it should be. Till now, we believe that the moon is a natural satellite of the Earth, which was formed by breaking away from the Earth billions of years ago. But according to Michio Kaku, such disturbances have been found in the gravity of the moon, which are very mysterious. And the surprising thing is that these disturbances are not random, but form a grid-like pattern. In fact, ever since human missions went to the moon, scientists have collected data of different parts of the surface there. It has been observed many times that at some places their gravity is felt more than normal, and at some places less. Scientists first thought that this could be due to the uneven distribution of the rocks or the uneven surface there. But later, when more detailed investigation was done through satellites, it was found that these disturbances are not random, but follow a pattern. Michio Kaku said that this pattern looks like a grid. When the gravity readings of different parts of the moon were put on a map, small square and rectangular grooves were seen to be formed there. Even scientists were shocked to see this because it is almost impossible for such a pattern to be formed naturally. Most things in nature are random and irregular. Mountains, craters, rivers, everything is uneven and complex, but such perfect equality in the gravity of the moon and the grid-like structure may mean that someone has designed it. A big question arises from here. Is the moon completely natural? Till now, science used to say that the moon was formed after a big collision on the Earth, billions of years ago. The stones and dust coming out of that collision together took the shape of the moon. But if it was completely natural, then why would such a grid pattern be formed inside it? Michio Kaku also said in his talk that the cave-like empty spaces inside the moon, the mysterious energy emanating from there, and now this pattern of gravity, all these together point towards the fact that there is something in the moon which is beyond our understanding. Something which was hidden till now and is now slowly coming to the fore. Some scientists believe that the moon may not be completely natural, but may be partially natural and partially artificial. This means that initially it was formed naturally, but later some advanced civilization made changes in it and prepared it for some purpose. What could this purpose be? It is possible that the moon is a tool to create the necessary conditions for life on Earth. It is possible that someone has placed the moon around the Earth to keep the Earth's axis stable and to control the tides. Or it may be that the moon itself is an old space station or machine, which is still working in some way. Michio Kaku says that we should not take this question lightly now. The moon is not just a shining stone, but there are many things in it which are hidden from our eyes. Now the time has come to know the real story of the moon and understand for what purpose it is there. If the moon turns out to be artificial, then it will mean that the story of life on our Earth is not as simple as we thought till now. This question will also arise that if someone put the moon there, then who was that? Was it an advanced alien civilization? And is it still watching us? This mystery has now become even more interesting for scientists. In future missions, preparations are being made to understand the mysteries inside the moon in more depth. But one thing is certain. Without solving the mysteries of the moon, we will not be able to fully understand the story of our own existence. Role of the moon on Earth and life. The role of the moon on Earth and life is so deep that we cannot even imagine what our world would be like without it. When Michio Kaku spoke on the mysteries of the moon, he also told that the moon is not just there to light up the sky at night, but it plays a very important role for the Earth. According to scientists, if there was no moon, life on Earth would probably never have flourished like it is today. The first thing is that it is because of the moon that the tides on Earth rise and fall. That is, the water of the sea rises and falls every day. It is because of this tide that such areas were formed on the shores of the Earth from where life is believed to have started. Scientists believe that small organisms were first born in small ponds formed with the waves of the sea. If there was no moon, these waves and tides would not have been there, and those conditions for life would not have been created, from which the story of man began. The second thing is that the moon keeps the Earth stable. The Earth rotates tilted on its axis, and this tilt is the reason for the change in our seasons. But if there was no moon, then this tilt of the Earth would change so much with time that the seasons could become uncontrollable any time. Sometimes it would get so cold that everything would freeze, or it would get so hot that everything would dry up. The moon keeps the Earth in balance, in a way. So the question arises that did all this happen just like that, or did someone put the moon there to make life possible on Earth? Now let us come to those stories of old times which are found in different parts of the world. In every civilization, there is definitely some story about the moon. It has been said in many ancient texts and myths that there was a time on Earth when there was no moon. In some civilizations, it is also said that the moon suddenly came. In the Mesopotamian civilization, the moon was named Nana, and it was considered to be the giver of life on Earth. It was said in their texts that as soon as the moon came, waves arose in the sea and greenery came on Earth. In Mayan civilization, it is said that earlier there was only the sun in the sky, and one day a shining ball descended from the sky, which is now called the moon. The Mayans believed that the moon stabilized the Earth and made farming easier. The moon is also mentioned in the ancient texts of India as Som, which is considered a symbol of immortality and life. There too, it is said that life on Earth became stable after the arrival of the moon. Whether there is some fiction or truth in these stories, but one thing is clear, that everywhere the moon has been linked to life on Earth. And now, when scientists like Michio Kaku say that the moon may not be completely natural, then this question becomes even bigger. That is the moon a part of some plan for life on Earth? Did some old advanced civilization place the moon there to make life on Earth possible? Is the moon not just a stone ball, but a machine that is taking care of us? This question is as mysterious as it is exciting, and this is the reason why now the whole world is getting ready to get to the bottom of these mysteries of the moon. Only time will tell what truth will come out in the future, but it is certain that without the moon, the Earth would not be what it is today. As the veil of the mysteries of the moon is being lifted, the questions are also becoming bigger and deeper. What Michio Kaku revealed has raised a philosophical question not only in front of science, but also humanity. If the moon was really created by some advanced civilization, then what was its real purpose? Was it placed only to stabilize the Earth and create conditions for life? Or is it a sign for us that we are not alone in this universe? And if someone placed the moon there, then how small a part of that story are we humans? This question is not only in the minds of scientists, but now in the minds of common people as well. Are we just an experiment? Is there some other plan behind our Earth and our life? Knowing that the moon is so important for us, are we really the owners of our planet or just tenants? Now it comes to the way forward. Michio Kaku made it clear in his talk that this is the time to act responsibly. If there is really some old mechanism, some energy or mysterious machinery inside the moon, then it is our responsibility to understand it. Instead of hastily digging up the moon or destroying it, we have to preserve its secrets and study it properly. This is not just the job of scientists, but the responsibility of the whole humanity to see it as a precious heritage. But as the secrets of the moon are coming out, the race to reach there has also intensified. America and China were already in a race to plant their flag on the moon. Now private companies are also not far behind. Companies like Elon Musk's SpaceX, Jeff Bezos's Blue Origin are also preparing to set foot on the moon. Some want to find water and minerals there, while others want to make the moon their space station. But the question is all this happening out of greed or with some thought? If the moon is really made by someone else, can we dig it just like that? Is there nothing hidden there that can harm us? Amidst all these questions, we now definitely reach one conclusion, that the moon is not just a round stone shining at night. It is a very important character in the story of our Earth. It is probably an old mystery that wants to tell us what our place is in this universe. But what is the truth? It is not completely clear yet. And now the question is to you, what is the moon according to you? Is it really just a natural satellite, or is it a mysterious device made by someone? Do tell us your opinion in the comments. And yes, friends, for such interesting and mysterious revelations, do subscribe to our channel now so that these secrets of the universe reach you first.